In this video, we're going to talk about a cash management system for law firms. Let me begin with a story. The first few law firms that I worked with all had the same challenge. Lots of staff, cases coming in, everyone was busy. But behind the scenes, the law firm owner was moving personal funds to cover payroll and cover rent. They were literally losing sleep at night, worrying about what's going to hit the bank the next day. And I know for some of you that might be hard to imagine, but for many of you, you can relate. And if you can relate, it all boils down to this. You have to have a system for managing your money. The default system for business owners is what Mike Michalowicz in his book Profit First deems bank balance accounting. Bank balance accounting is where you wake up in the morning, you check your bank balance, and if there's a lot of money in there, you feel rich and you spend. And if there's not that much money in there, or very little or nothing, then you tighten things up and you're very careful. The problem is, in that mode, you end up spending a lot of money that you really didn't have to spend because it should have been sent to you, to Uncle Sam, or for other things in your business besides for your operating expenses. So let's talk about how you can approach this with a system that's going to solve this problem for you. The first thing that you want to do is avoid this daily monitoring. This is really the killer when it comes to cash management. How do we avoid the daily monitoring? By creating a cadence to your financial activities. So maybe only pay your bills twice a month. Maybe only transfer money from one account to the next on a cadence, maybe weekly or monthly or bi-monthly. Hold it right there. If you have input on cash management systems for lawyers, something you're doing you want to share with others, comment below. The problem with the cadence is sometimes you find yourself playing money Tetris, right? I want to do it on this date, but a bill comes due sooner than that. Or I want to pay this bill on this date, but I don't have the money to pay it. Now I'm forced to pay it on a different date. And what ends up happening is that you end up going back to this bank balance accounting unintentionally. Often, if that is what's happening, it's a sign of bigger issues. And I invite you to recognize that. Use that as the symptom to dig deeper and say, what's wrong with my business in general? Am I spending more than I'm making? Do we need to focus more on marketing and sales? Do we need to cut some of the fat? Do we need to decrease some of our expenses to right the ship? Another thing that I invite you to do is to have a safety net. You know, when a fighter pilot is flying a plane, he has an eject lever that he can just exit the plane at any time in case of emergency. We like to call that an emergency fund. It doesn't need to be money parked in a bank account. It could be a line of credit with a bank, but have something to lean on when things are tight so that you're not worrying about it and needing to make knee-jerk reactions midstream. But remember, if you do have a line of credit, the purpose is to get you through timing issues or to invest in your business. It's not there to be a Band-Aid on a broken problem. Mike Michalowicz authored a book called Profit First. I'm a Profit First professional. I help people implement Profit First in their businesses. I'm a big fan of Profit First. Profit First is an example of a cash management system. We'll have other videos in this channel that talk about Profit First, and I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notified when we release those videos. I also invite you to read his book, Profit First, and think about implementing that in your business. It's an easy solution to solving the cash management problem. And if reading books is not your thing, we took the entire book and boiled it down into a little cheat sheet and guide for you to use to implement Profit First in your business. You can download it at profitwithlaw.com/Profit First.